The NBA landscape is just freaking on its head right now. Like, we're coming off of the draft is over. We're moving on. We're still in off season where some moves have been finalized. And I think the deadline is like the 29th. So there could be a little bit more movement. But like, let's just talk about the three most recent ones. Porzingis, Smart, and Chris Paul. Also, gosh, how could we forget Jordan Poole? I'm so amazed at how just confusing. Like, when I saw the post about Chris Paul going to the Warriors, I agree a lot with what Stephen A. has said, where it's like, it just makes zero sense. You're telling me you're going to throw out Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and let's do Gary Payton, for example, and Draymond Green. Those are your five. It's like, who's going to bring the ball up the court? Chris Paul? Come on now. What's frustrating too, how do I explain it? What's frustrating is when you look at the legacy of Steph Curry, two of those rings, a lot of people would say, oh, they don't matter just because of Kevin Durant trade. And like, there's zero credibility to that. And then he finally builds credibility back. Same with Thompson and Green for them winning last year against the Celtics. And now it's like, if the Warriors do go on another run or something, it's like, just find the people that would nitpick at the insecurities of, oh, you had to get there because of Chris Paul. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, dude. To me, it made no sense. And like, if I was the Warriors, if we're struggling on defense or we need a dude that can revamp like the locker room or something, I would have went for Marcus Smart. That's just me, because like, you can't teach defense in this NBA anymore. I do like Marcus Smart going to Memphis. Like, I think he can probably try to help Ja like settle down a little bit and not be so crazy trying to have a parade every day in his city. With Boston and Boston's issues, I think this is going to be kind of sort of the beginning to the end, where it's kind of like a now or never moment. I think Marcus Smart was the wrong move to make. I think just because of the drama of Jaylen Brown supposedly wanting to leave, it's like, why not trade him away? And I think I would have loved to see Brown, Tatum, and Smart all stick together. Like, they're the young nucleus that was on that 2017 squad that sized up against the Cavs and took them to 7. And then, every other year, they go to the Eastern Conference Finals and eventually lose. But then there was the year they broke out in 22 where they finally went to the finals. And for me, it just, like, it's confusing to move a key piece like him. You're telling me you want to get rid of Marcus Smart but not Grant Williams? You don't want to get rid of Derek White. You don't want to get rid of, Al Horford, or like, it just makes no sense. But that's just my opinion. So I think the team that won the trade was ultimately the Grizzlies, because they got Marcus Smart. Because, no offense, like, what has Porzingis been doing? He's just been sitting in DC. He's been sitting in DC doing nothing. I'm like, I'll segue into kind of Jordan Poole now going to the Wizards for Chris Paul to make this all go full circle after talking about Chris Paul, then Smart, then Porzingis, then Poole. It's just like, no offense, like, I don't even know what division the Wizards are in. Are they on the East or West? Like, Wizards haven't been to the playoffs in a very long time. Okay, they are in the East. See, okay, I had a feeling they were in the East just because it's on that coastline. Okay, they were the 12th seed, 35 and 47. Like, Washington is a place where, like, your career goes to die. How can you confidently say out of the top 8 teams in the East that Jordan Poole alone is going to help the Wizards get to the playoffs? You can't make that statement. Now, let's say if Chris Middleton, because he opted out, Fred VanVleet, and DeMar DeRozan all decide to go join Jordan Poole at the Wizards, maybe, they could probably high-end get the 6th seed. All right, let's look at the poll. Your thoughts. This was a while ago, old poll, but it was about the new addition to the Phoenix Suns for their big 3. And I was like, huge impact or no improvement. And out of 32 votes, 41% of you said huge, big impact. And then 59% of you said no improvement. Is he the dude? Will he help you get past Game 6 to force a Game 7 against the Nuggets? That's how I just look at it logically, where he doesn't have a lot to show for with his time in Washington, which is tough just because of how the culture was there and the team organization as a whole. So I think the Suns are still very overhyped. A lot of people are going to try to write them in as, you know, they pencil in, okay, Phoenix versus Nuggets next season, but it's like, dude, no. I just put out the poll about Victor, so we'll wait to hear back from that. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to catch you in the next video. Peace.